talk about independence. There is this war we are waging, of course, but independence is also through what we consume. One of our battles is food self-sufficiency. That's why last year we didn't just want to come and give speeches. We wanted to try to understand the deep-rooted problems of Burkinabe agriculture and what solutions to provide. Can we be self-sufficient in terms of food? A number of questions we asked ourselves, and we got all the answers we needed. Because we experimented with many things during 2023.
From dusty roads to data streams. What if I told you that a country once synonymous with poverty, coups, and dusty roads is now preparing to launch its own satellite into orbit? That this same landlocked nation, without a single coastline or history of tech dominance, is now being whispered about in the halls of global tech diplomacy. You might laugh, but this is not fiction. This is Burkina Faso in 2025. Under the leadership of Captain Ibrahim Traoré, what began as a raw revolution against neo-colonial control and regional exploitation has mutated into something far more complex and compelling, a full-blown technological awakening. And it all started, quite literally, with shovels. In early 2023, Traoré announced a series of massive infrastructure projects designed to break the country's dependence on former colonial powers and rewire its economic lifeblood. While most eyes focused on the gold refineries, military boot camps, and agricultural cooperatives, something quieter was happening behind the scenes. Burkinabe youth were being trained in data science, renewable energy, drone technology, and satellite engineering.
Burkina Faso is undergoing an unprecedented transformation under the bold leadership of Captain Ibrahim Traoré, who assumed office in late 2022 with a clear vision and unwavering determination. He is driving a wave of groundbreaking mega projects that are reshaping the nation's infrastructure, revitalizing the economy, and strengthening national defense, from healthcare and agriculture to cultural heritage restoration, education, and youth empowerment. These initiatives are propelling Burkina Faso towards a future of growth, resilience, and stability.
Together, these three nations, once dismissed as fragile states, are building what some have dubbed the Sahel Silicon Strip. Meanwhile, China has quietly supplied solar-powered server farms and provided training scholarships for over 200 Burkinabe students in digital security, hardware engineering, and AI development. These moves aren't broadcasted in press releases. They're carried out in silence and sealed with long-term trade agreements, including rare earth mineral exchanges and grain export concessions. What does all this mean? It means Burkina Faso has become a chessboard where global powers are making quiet, calculated moves. But for once, the country is no longer the chess piece. It is becoming a player. The West's attempts to counter this influence have been largely symbolic. A proposed ECOWAS Digital Transparency Commission was rejected by Traoré outright, who called it a mechanism of digital recolonization. Instead, he proposed a new Pan-African Data Alliance, inviting only those countries that recognize Africa's right to chart its own digital future. Burkina Faso is not racing towards some utopian tech dream. There are hurdles, there are growing pains, and yes, there are risks. But it is a country that has decided on its own terms to evolve beyond the roles it has been handed, between vision and reality. At the heart of Burkina Faso's digital revolution lies an undeniable truth. Dreams need discipline. Behind every press conference and bold speech is a system that must withstand pressure, scrutiny, and the weight of expectation. In a modest, solar-lit classroom outside Koudougou, a group of teenagers sits hunched over laptops powered by lithium-ion batteries shipped from South Africa. Their teacher, a former refugee who studied in Tanzania, guides them through basic programming. The students are hungry for knowledge, but their internet connection stutters, thin, and inconsistent. It's a perfect metaphor for the moment: ambition surging, infrastructure lagging. While Traoré's administration has made undeniable strides, the digital boom risks outpacing the foundational needs of the country. Electricity remains unreliable in rural areas. Fiber optic lines have been laid in major towns, but haven't yet reached villages that still rely on diesel generators. Without stable access, how can the next Zalissa build drones in her garage? Then there's the human resource challenge. While partnerships with China and Venezuela have trained hundreds, the need runs into the thousands. The nation's current educational system, still healing from decades of underinvestment, must be overhauled to meet the demands of a tech-driven society. And that overhaul takes time. A deeper challenge, however, is trust. Not everyone is convinced this digital transformation will benefit the masses. Some critics argue that the tech narrative has become a cloak for new forms of elite consolidation. Already there are whispers about favoritism in scholarship programs, questions about procurement contracts for server farms, and rumors of backdoor data deals with unnamed foreign actors. Traore, to his credit, has responded by creating the National Digital Ethics Tribunal, a watchdog group composed of civic leaders, tech experts, and youth representatives. Their mandate: transparency in every byte. But its success will depend on whether it can operate independently of political pressure. Still, hope breathes in the people. In Fadan Gourma, a group of young women engineers have formed a tech co-op to teach solar repair and software coding. They call themselves Les Nouvelles Tisseuses, the new weavers. Their goal? To stitch the digital fabric of a new Burkina Faso from the grassroots up. Even elders are taking note. In the town of Gawa, chiefs have allowed blockchain tools to be tested in land management, helping to settle age-old disputes over property lines, some stretching back generations. "If this machine can bring peace, then let it speak," said one elder during a community meeting. This is the real revolution. Not in orbit, but in the everyday decisions of farmers, teachers, mothers, and traders who are learning to live with technology as an ally, not a threat.
Ladies and gentlemen, Pan-Africanists, in just 1 month, Captain Ibrahim Traoré has proven once again why he is the leader Burkina Faso needs in these transformative times. With vision, determination, and an unwavering commitment to progress, he has delivered 3 monumental achievements that will reshape the nation's future. This is not just leadership. This is revolutionary change in action.
Across Africa and beyond, witness a moment of transformation. In just 1 month, Captain Ibrahim Traoré has once again proven why he is the leader Burkina Faso has been waiting for in this defining era. With clarity of purpose, relentless drive, and bold action, he has delivered not 1, not 2, but 3 historic milestones that will redefine the nation's path. This isn't symbolic leadership. It's a full
Revolutionary change in action. He has completed the Thomas Sankara Memorial Museum, inaugurated a cashew apple processing plant, and launched a veterinary medicine production chain. Today, we want to dive deep to understand how he does it and why. Let's dive in. The Thomas Sankara Museum, a monument of memory and pride. Captain Ibrahim Traoré has honored a national hero in the most profound way possible by immortalizing Thomas Sankara's legacy in stone, light, and earth. The Thomas Sankara Mausoleum, designed by the world-renowned Carré architecture, stands as a sacred tribute on the very ground where Sankara and his comrades fell. This is not just a building. It is a symbol of justice, remembrance, and national healing. The mausoleum's design is a masterpiece of African ingenuity. Local materials, laterite stone and clay bricks, bind it to the soil Sankara loved. Its open columns frame the sky, turning absence into architecture.
You should have particular advantages in your area. There must be an industrial zone in each region, so that the children of the region are employed in these different industries that will be created there. It had been a while he made such a speech. Aside from the display of intelligence, mastery of his system, territory, and what is going on in Africa as a whole, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, while in Manga, located in the center-south region of Burkina Faso.
Traders, not servants of the people. You may not agree with that label, and that's okay. But give us a moment to explain the clear difference between a leader, a puppet, and a traitor. True leaders are driven by action. They deliver results. They don't make excuses. They serve with integrity, putting their people and country above personal gain. For them, leadership is about nation building, not power holding. It's about legacy, not luxury. Puppets and traitors? They wear suits of respectability, but their actions betray them. These are the ones who have ruled for decades, yet still peddle hollow dreams. Vision 2040, Vision 2050, Vision 2060 inches even as age and incompetence catch up with them. Corruption runs deep in their systems. They use leadership as a tool to enrich themselves, their families, and the elite few while the masses struggle. Captain Ibrahim Traoré is cut from a different cloth. In just 2 years, he has done what these so-called leaders couldn't do in 3 decades. While others point fingers and blame global pandemics or economic downturns, Traoré delivers. While many African regimes still cry about the impact of COVID-19, Traoré keeps moving forward. No excuses, just progress. Even under harsh sanctions imposed by ECOWAS, the EU and other Western forces, and despite coordinated destabilization attempts by France and their sponsored militias since April 6th, no IMF dependency, just a determined use of domestic resources, carefully managed and patriotically applied to projects that change lives. Every foreign investment is strictly on Burkina Faso's terms. No exploitation, no backdoor deals. Traoré ensures his people hold the majority stake and decision-making power in their own development. And the results? Remarkable. In just 1 month, he has unveiled 3 major national achievements, outpacing generations of broken promises from puppet rulers. If you believe Africa needs bold, young, unapologetically African leaders,
Président Vladimir Poutine, camarade président chef d'État africain, camarade chef de délégation, bonjour. C'est un honneur pour moi ce matin donc de prendre la parole ici et de vous passer donc le salut fraternel du peuple du pays des hommes intègres. C'est aussi le lieu pour moi, avant tout propos, de rendre grâce à Dieu, Dieu Tout-Puissant qui nous a permis de nous réunir ici ce matin en bonne santé pour parler de l'avenir et du bien-être.
Since taking office, Captain Ibrahim Traoré of Burkina Faso has launched a bold array of transformative initiatives designed to reshape the nation's economy, rebuild infrastructure, and strengthen social systems. These major development efforts showcase President Traoré's unwavering dedication to sustainable growth, economic independence, and an improved standard of living for the people of Burkina Faso. In today's video, we highlight 20 mega projects currently changing the face of Burkina Faso under Captain Ibrahim's leadership. Number 20. Launch of tomato processing facilities. The Traoré administration has established 2 major tomato processing plants located in Bobo Dioulasso and Yako to cut back on tomato imports and empower local farmers. These plants turn homegrown tomatoes into paste under various brands, boosting food independence and creating thousands of jobs. Each plant is equipped to process up to 100 tons of tomatoes daily. Number 19. Burkina Faso's Indigenous Electric Vehicle Initiative. In a major step toward green transport, Burkina Faso introduced its first fully homegrown electric vehicle, developed by local tech firm Itawa. These electric cars boast a 330 kilometers range per charge with ultra-fast 30-minute recharge capability. The project brings tech growth, job opportunities, and environmental benefits to the country. Number 18. Revival of Air Burkina. Under Traoré's leadership, Air Burkina is experiencing a powerful resurgence, focused on upgrading its fleet and expanding regional flights. With new strategic routes planned across Africa, the airline is positioning itself to drive trade, tourism, and economic ties. 2 brand new E-170 aircraft with 68 seats each have already been acquired. Number 17. Construction of Bobo Dioulasso University Hospital. A state-of-the-art university hospital is under construction in Bobo Dioulasso, a cornerstone in Traoré's national plan to enhance healthcare infrastructure. Once completed, the facility will offer advanced medical services and serve as a vital training ground for future healthcare professionals. Number 16. Inauguration of the Postal Bank of Burkina Faso. On October 7, 2024, President Traoré launched the Postal Bank of Burkina Faso, aimed at broadening financial access and supporting national economic empowerment. Starting with a 15 billion CFA francs capital, the bank is structured to serve the grassroots population with integrity and promote financial independence. Number 15. Deployment of Turkish military drones. In an effort to enhance national security, the government has procured Turkish UAVs from Baykar, significantly boosting surveillance and counterinsurgency operations. This strategic move demonstrates Burkina Faso's commitment to modern defense solutions and a shift away from reliance on traditional Western powers. Number 14. Expansion of water and sanitation services. Traoré's administration has prioritized clean water access with a $145 million water project launched in March 2024. This includes the completion of key borehole systems, significantly increasing clean water availability and sanitation services for rural and urban communities. Number 13, completion of the Northern Interchange in Ouagadougou. A major infrastructure win, the Northern Interchange in Ouagadougou, though initiated before Traore's term, was rapidly completed under his leadership. It's now easing traffic congestion, improving mobility, and sparking new business activity in the capital. Number 12, seeds were provided to more than 500,000 farmers, empowering youth and women. These tools are boosting the production of key crops like
Burkina Faso has always struggled with inadequate roads, which is why there has been a lot of resentment. Despite being rich in mineral resources, the country is still one of the poorest on the continent, with an inadequate road network. However, Ibrahim Traoré has continued from where his predecessor stopped by investing in road construction and rehabilitation projects to improve the quality and connectivity of its road network. This includes the construction of new roads, widening existing ones, and upgrading gravel roads to paved surfaces. Cross-border roads also play a crucial role in facilitating regional trade, connecting Burkina Faso with neighboring countries. Examples of road construction projects currently ongoing in Burkina Faso include the Boromo Bobo Dioulasso Highway, the Kupele-Fada-Ngoma Road, and the Ouagadougou Bobo Dioulasso Highway. These projects involve the construction of paved roads to enhance transportation and trade in the region. The realities of the work on the ground demonstrate the immense progress made in a short period. Previously, the roads were degraded, narrow, and unsafe. But thanks to the commitment of Captain Ibrahim Traoré, this reality has changed radically. In just 9 months, over 70 kilometers of roads have been built, and others are currently under construction to facilitate transportation within the framework of economic development, along with bridges to ease river crossings. Traders can now transport their goods more easily and safely. The inhabitants of the regions traversed by these new roads, filled with joy, have expressed their gratitude to Captain Ibrahim Traoré. 2. Construction of Ouagadougou Airport. Ouagadougou Airport is an airport development project in Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso's government secured loans totaling $61.8 million from the West African Development Bank and
his 12 companions assassinated in 1987. This project preserves their legacy and promotes national pride and unity. Number 9. First National Gold Refinery. In November 2023, Traoré greenlit the creation of Burkina Faso's first gold refinery, a move aimed at reclaiming control over the nation's gold industry. This step marks a new chapter in resource nationalism and local economic empowerment. This facility is capable of refining around 400 kilograms of gold daily, generating approximately 100 direct jobs and another 5,000 indirect employment opportunities. The decision to process gold within Burkina Faso rather than export.
When we talk about independence, there is this war we are waging, of course, but independence is also through what we consume. One of our battles is food self-sufficiency. That's why last year we didn't just want to come and give speeches. We wanted to try to understand the deep-rooted problems of Burkinabe agriculture and what solutions to provide. Can we be self-sufficient in terms of food? A number of questions we asked ourselves, and we got all the answers.
Cotton processing and promoting value addition. Shortages. Signed between 2023 and 2024, the deal encompasses nuclear infrastructure development, education, regulatory support, and workforce training. This bold step represents a new frontier in energy independence for the nation. Thank you for watching till the end. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more updates on Africa's rise and Burkina Faso's transformation.